welcome to my channel, Shine Your Light. My name is Amber and this is Atlas. And this is going to be the intuitive energy reading and messages, things I've picked up on for the month of November. And please excuse my voice, I am getting over a bit of a cold. So I try to take notes throughout the month if things come in, or when I do sit down to tune in, meditate, or do some automatic writing, I guess you call it, or channeled writing, about what may be coming up. And some of the themes that I was picking up on for November are coming out of hiding, the truth coming out, and no longer hiding who you truly are. And this went along with not letting the fear of judgment by others hold you back anymore, making an intention or an intentional effort to stop people pleasing, and establishing good boundaries. I had seen an image when I meditated of someone walking on eggshells and then deciding not to walk on eggshells anymore and stomping on the eggshells. And it may look a little something like this. Then I saw someone putting on boots and taking a stand for who they are, kind of standing your ground. And I was reminded that the holidays are going to be really starting up this month, and that can be a very stressful time for a lot of people, and there can be more people pleasing, if you will, or fear of unacceptance often. And the word conformity came up, and it didn't feel like an aggressive kind of energy towards family, although there are probably some families that could be an issue, but more of a taking a real solid stance on who you are and not being ashamed of who you are. And if somebody doesn't agree with you, just brushing it off and letting it go. You could do some preparation ahead of the holidays for yourself, and that could help you stay more in alignment with your better self and less likely to be reactionary or impulsive verbally. And I would say know your limits with conversations. Definitely set boundaries and know your limits with your emotional levels also. Remove yourself from the conversation if you have to, and if it gets to that point, know your exit point. I also saw the color turquoise, but nothing else really came in for that, and I did see an owl, which felt like it was representing truth and being the wiser one if a situation arises, taking that higher ground, more elevated perception, I guess. Come on, baby. No. Come on. Go get your stick. Stop. Go get your stick. Anyway, oh, it's his ball. Is that what you wanted? Play. He just wants to play. Don't we all? Aw, it's a good fetch, baby. I also saw someone getting a deep massage, like really getting the knots out of your shoulders kind of massage. And there might be, this might be a month for needing to do a little extra self-care for yourself, especially if you tend to hold that stress and tension, in your body. I mean, we all do, but some of us more than others, and those knots can form and you get energy stuck, and it is always good to be able to release that one way or another. And I asked Spirit, what should the collective know about the energies for this upcoming month? And the words, "it is okay," came to me. And it felt like it was referring to whatever you might be going through, however you're feeling. It's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to feel the way you do. And then the words "flower power" came through, and that kind of surprised me, and it reminded me of like my parents' youth, that age. He might bark just a second. Atlas, be good, be quiet. And anyway, so I decided to look up flower power and just see what came up for it, because I don't think I've ever looked up a definition or meaning for it. And it said, the Britannica Dictionary says, the belief that war is wrong and that people should love each other and lead peaceful lives, used especially to refer to the beliefs and culture of young people called hippies in the 1960s and 1970s. Nonviolent and harmony also described as the passive, peaceful resistance movement of the time and an opposition movement to the Vietnam War. And the words peaceful resistance really stood out to me when I was looking this up and writing it down. And it brought me right back to that stomping on eggshells and strapping on the boots and taking a stance, standing your ground, what you believe in and who you are. And challenges will arise, and there could be some people out there who are trying to hold you down, man, or dim your light. And, whether it's family or friends or, social media, whatever it is, just know that you are a powerful, energetic being. Be yourself. Stand tall. Be proud. Oh my goodness, he must split the water. Be proud of who you are and shine bright. Don't be fooled into thinking that you are less than in any way. Right after that, I heard your worthiness is a birthright. And some people may fall away from your life if they disagree or aren't willing to, meet you where your boundaries are, especially if they've never had to in the past. I hope the leaf blower isn't too loud in the background. I'll try to talk a little louder. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And not everyone is meant to stay here in your life for a lifetime. Don't let your own fears block you either, because that definitely can happen. And have faith in knowing that you are divinely supported in your authenticity. The last thing I heard was put pen to paper. And then my chandelier flickered when I heard this and wrote it down, and lights flickering are one of my signs from Spirit. So I knew that meant something. And just a side note of kind of how spirit can validate certain things that come in for you, because we all can have doubt. I mean, I definitely do, and I am learning as I go with all of this. And I wrote this down a couple nights ago. That leaf blower is getting louder. And last night I was doing dishes, listening to another YouTuber's tarot readings, and somebody that I listen to regularly, but I've been kind of behind on their readings, so I thought, well, I'll just listen while I'm doing dishes. And she literally said the words, "Put pen to paper." And I was just like, I don't even know when I've heard this last, except for when it came into me, and I thought, oh, thank you, Spirit. That was a validation that, it wasn't just me creating this in my head, which, our signs our messages come in, and, it sounds like the voice in our head. And, come on, baby. Stop. Go get it. Oh my goodness. Another ball is in the bushes. Hold on. There. Okay. Get back to my notes here. All right. Put pen to paper. Some of you may be doing some journaling or starting to use automatic writing or channeling through writing, and others of you could be using writing as a release. I think for some, you could be or starting either a journaling practice or doing some channeled writing. I especially find it hard to journal every day, but yet writing is how these messages come the easiest to me. It's just a matter of sitting down and doing it, and I do not do it every day. Maybe sometime I will, but I am getting better at it, and I'm getting better at jotting things down when they come in. And what I'm trying to work on is verbalizing them more, because the stuff comes in so fast, and sometimes, my gut will say, you should record this, or you're about to get a message or whatever, and it's so subtle that it's so easy to brush off, especially if you're busy or driving or something like that. So I had actually been in my car one day and actually listened to my gut, and don't bark, baby, be quiet, they're okay. I was in my car and decided to actually hit record quick on my phone and just talk what came through, because often when things come in, they come in so fast, and you think you're gonna remember it, but it's just so quick. I can't remember the words that came through, and then I get frustrated. And I was reminded of a recording that I had done, I think it was in September, and totally forgot it was on my phone. And I was reminded of that recording for November. So I found it and wrote down what I had said in the recording. And this is what was said. We can all listen to the same words, but how we hear those words speaks differently to all of us. Meaning, we interpret things differently from how others may interpret the same words, based on our feelings, past experiences, traumas, emotions, things that are stuck in our subconscious, and they will affect everyone differently. There will be different messages that come through for each person. Some will hold more meaning than others. We are all capable of expressing our emotions without doing damage, without blaming, accusing, or hurting others. After that last sentence, I realized that that goes right along with what I was feeling about people getting stressed during the holidays, and, expressing, reacting, or And we are all capable of expressing things without doing damage or hurting others, but it's really hard sometimes, especially if we get triggered. And I think it's a reminder for us to be the capable one, be the love, and if someone else isn't able to level with you, whether it's your boundaries or whatever it is, if there's a conversation, if you don't want to discuss politics as a rule on the holidays or whatever it might be, relationships, you don't just set your boundaries and respect yourself enough to let people fade away if they aren't going to respect your wishes, your boundaries. Even if it may just be temporary, but they may come around at some point, and from there you can build on a more revised relationship. And then again, if they don't come around, then it is okay. There's those words from earlier that came through. It is okay. And this opens up space for more people to come into your life that are more in line with your level of vibration at this point in your lives. That was what I was getting for November, and I appreciate you all so much watching and liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I will be back again soon. Take care. Bye.